Hold up, hold up, hold up. Spurs fan, you are about to lose your mind with what I'm about to tell you. Seriously, you know that moment when you're just sitting there, watching peacefully, and suddenly a story drops that changes everything? Well, today is that day. We've got a bomb, an absolute bomb, involving a centre-back who's got all of Europe going crazy, and guess what? The Tottenham is right in the middle of this massive war. But wait, because it's not just Spurs in this, no way. We've got huge clubs involved, massive clubs, the size you're probably already imagining. The situation is getting more intense by the minute, and listen up, this could turn into a battle that'll blow your mind. Stick with me until the end because you absolutely need to know what's really going on here. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now. Turn on those notifications, because you cannot miss the fastest and most exclusive Tottenham transfer updates right here. Let's go! Right, so Tottenham's search for defensive reinforcement in January has been well documented. Thomas Frank wants to bring in a centre-back to rotate alongside Cristian Romero and Mickey van de Ven. That's the priority. That's been confirmed. But here's where it gets interesting. Rather than going for an established European name, our sources and reports out of Argentina suggest Spurs have identified a real gem, a 21-year-old called Lautaro Rivero at River Plate. Rivero is emerging as one of the very best young centre-backs in Argentina Primera Division. We're talking about a player with serious potential, the kind of profile Tottenham love: young, technically gifted, and still got everything to prove at the highest level. This is exactly the type of signing that could make real sense in the medium and long term. But here's the problem, and it's a significant one. Tottenham are not alone in this race. Not even close. If you love Tottenham as much as we do, hit that subscribe button and help us on our journey to reach 900 subscribers. Let's support the boys together. According to reports from El Intransigente and River Noticias, we now know that at least 3 major European clubs have made or are making moves for Rivero. First, you've got Atletico Madrid, no surprises there. They're always hunting for defensive talent. Then there's Tottenham, which we've just established. But now, and this is the headline, the City Group, the owners of Manchester City, have now entered the race. Now, we don't know exactly if it's Manchester City themselves or one of the other clubs within the City Football Group network. They own multiple teams across the globe, but the point is clear. This has now become a genuine battle between elite European football. At River Plate, they're watching this unfold, and frankly, they're seeing it as an almost impossible task to keep hold of their star player. The interest is too strong. The pool of European football is too great. It's only a matter of time before someone makes a proper move here. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for us at Spurs. According to reports, Tottenham and Atletico Madrid are both ready to put approximately $20 million, that's around £14.8 million, on the table for Rivero in January. But here's the thing, that's not going to be enough. Not even close. Why? Because Rivero is protected by a $100 million release clause that's £74.4 million. River Plate have positioned themselves in an extremely strong negotiating position. They're not desperate to sell, and they've made it clear through that clause that they expect to be properly compensated for one of their best prospects. So what we're looking at here is a situation where Spurs' expected opening offer around £15 million would need to be significantly increased to have any real chance of getting this deal done. Whether Tottenham are prepared to move into that territory, whether they're willing to spend the kind of money needed to beat Atletico and City Group interest, that remains to be seen. This is a negotiation that's only just getting started, but the early signs suggest Rivero price tag is going to be considerably higher than what's currently being suggested as our initial offer. Let me give you the bigger picture here, because there's strategy at play. Rivero would represent a different kind of signing compared to what Spurs have typically done in recent windows. You're looking at a young, long-term investment rather than an immediate, ready-made solution. That makes sense given that Luka Vuskovic is developing rapidly at Hamburg. Remember him? The Croatian centre-back who's been getting rave reviews. So the club's thinking appears to be, we have Romero and Van de Ven in the first team, we have Vuskovic coming through, and now we're looking at Rivero as part of a succession plan. That's smart squad building. That's thinking ahead. But the challenge is this: if you're genuinely interested, if you're prepared to make a real push for a player, you have to be prepared to pay what it takes. The City Group doesn't do halfway measures. They have the financial resources to outbid pretty much anyone. Atletico Madrid, despite financial constraints, won't back down easily. So Spurs need to be serious here, or this becomes just another one of those we had interest but didn't follow through stories. Here's my take on this whole situation. Lautaro Rivero is clearly a talent worth pursuing. The interest from multiple elite clubs proves that, but the timeline, the numbers, and the competition all suggest this won't be a straightforward deal. For Spurs to get this done, they're going to need to move fast, move decisively, and most importantly, move with real money. A £15 million offer might get things started, but but it won't get the deal over the line. We're likely talking £25 to £30 million as a realistic price tag, potentially more. The question is Rivero the priority for Tottenham right now? Or is this one of several options being explored? Because if it's the latter, the City Group and Atletico will simply outmuscle Spurs in this particular race. So that's where we stand with Lautaro Rivero, a young Argentine centre-back catching the eye of Europe's biggest clubs, River Plate bracing for what looks like an inevitable departure, and Tottenham now in a genuine competitive battle to make it happen. Here's my question for you: if Spurs do end up signing Rivero, do you think he's the right profile to rotate with Romero and Van de Ven? Or would you prefer to see the club go for someone more experienced and ready to contribute immediately? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update on this story, because trust me, developments are coming soon. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Here we go.